Today we'll learn how this creative 2.1 speaker like SBS A300 or SBS A200 works. I had this creative SBS A300 for last 15 years and it was working very well. Suddenly it stopped working and I took this to technician. He told that the board main IC is damaged. That's why it's not working. And he took that one and returned me the board. Later I realized that he made me fool. So that main IC was here. So I studied the board, how it works. Now if you are in the similar position that you damaged your creative sound system, or you want to repair the sound system, or you are a repair guy, so this is the right place to learn how this kind of sound system works. So I'll go step by step and will show you in detail how this kind of board works. So though I don't have the main IC with me right now, so I took another photograph from internet. So if you place that main audio IC here, so how it looks like. So here is that main TDA 8510J IC. Okay, so this is a main audio IC, this one, attached to a aluminium heat sink because it produces a good amount of heat that need to be dissipated. And here you can see that op amp. So we'll talk detail about all this component, whatever you can see inside the board, and we'll simulate the things in a circuit simulator and we'll show how the entire thing works. What are the key features of this kind of 2.1 sound system PC control board or PCB, and how the volume are controlled, how the bass is enhanced in the board, and what are the beauties are inside. Okay, a component by component will show. Now before going to the details of the simulation and the component, so it's a systematic way to understand this board. It's better to take the board in a few sections. In this schematic I have covered the major region into this schematic, and schematically here you can see what's happening inside the board. So if I first see in the opposite side, the output side, so here you have this two left channel and right channel speaker, that small speaker or tweeter you may say. They are 4 ohm speaker. Their impedance is or resistance is 4 ohm. It's not resistance, but it's actually impedance, but you can think of like a 4 ohm resistance. And this is the subwoofer having a 8 ohm of impedance. And in the opposite side you're giving a power supply through AC, and so this is the input, is a power input, and this is a signal input. So this is 3.5 pin. It gives that left channel and right channel signal to the audio amplifier or the audio system, 2.1 speaker system, and you can control the volume, you can switch it on off, and you can change the bass. So this kind of basic features are there in 2.1 sound system. It may be creative or it may be something else. Now let's see component by component what are the things happening inside that SBS A300. So first, this AC gets converted to the DC power supply. So that is done using the transformer, which is often outside as an adapter. You must have purchased once it is damaged, or you must have already seen. So if not, I can show you how it looks like. The adapter often looks like this one. You see the rating is a 12 volt, made in China, 12 volt. But if you look closely, this adapter output is not a DC volt. Its adapter output is also AC volt. And why is it so? We'll tell you in the subsequent video. So it's going to be a series of video, maybe 3-4 video. It's going to take long. So this current video is the basic understanding of the board structure. This 12 volt AC from this adapter gets converted to the equivalent DC volt, maybe somewhere around 10 to 12 volt DC, into that PCB that I have shown you. We'll talk about details later. Now after the AC to DC conversion, it goes to a PNP transistor. So that transistor is actually controlled by the on-off switch, which is typically at this position, or maybe that in this knob. That on-off switch controls that PNP transistor, this one. So this PNP transistor, you can see here I have shown you the Q4 transistor. So the Q4 transistor, let me show you. So here you have Q3, Q4, yeah, this one is a Q4 transistor. So on the same opportunity, you can see the Q1 transistor, Q2 transistor, here is a Q3, and here is a Q4 transistor. So the three legs are visible, not visible quite, it's covered. Okay. So this Q4 transistor is a PNP type. So based on certain connection of this PNP state, it allows the DC voltage to pass into the main circuit board. Okay, so it works as a switch. Now it goes the power from this PNP transistor, the current or volt from this PNP transistor goes to the three main section. The first section is a signal detection section. For signal detection, you have a Q1 transistor, which is an NPN transistor that I have already shown you in the board. So this is C945 type NPN transistor, and so you're having a two NPN Q1 Q2 transistor to detect L channel and R channel signal. So this pin signal, left channel and right channel. So the sound to be played in the left side speaker and the sound for the right side speaker. Okay. So there is a specific reason why this kind of a signal detection transistors are there. So we'll talk in details about those aspects. So first let's understand the structure. Now the detected signal, left channel, right channel, goes to that MC4558, this op amp. Now MC4558, this MC4558 is, I've already shown you, but I've not explained you. You see here, this one, this 8-legged or 8-pinned transistor IC. This one, yeah. This is a 8-pin IC. The each of the 3-pin is dedicated for one op amp. This IC is nothing but 2 op amp. So it's having 2 op amp. So if you already know, I have something about op amp. So each op amp required a positive negative supply, and you have a inverted input, non-inverted input, and output. So 2 op amp requires 8 pins. So that IC having 8 number of pin, if effectively its inside is a 2 op amp. Now the 2 op amp along with the necessary capacitor and resistor outside the IC. So this capacitor and resistors, so using these things, it acts as a second order active low pass filter. I'll show you in the subsequent video. So what is second order active low pass filter and what it does. Okay, so this was about MC4558. Now the left channel and right channel signal after the low pass filter goes to the main audio IC, which is TDA85510J. So even though it is inside a creative speaker, this IC is made by Philips. So this IC is actually having 4 number of audio amplifier. 4 number of audio amplifier with additional pass filters and some special features. But effectively, this is 4 number of audio amplifier. This is the one, this is the second one. So one is dedicated for the left channel, another one is for right channel. So the signal boosted after the left channel goes to the left speaker, the right channel it goes to the right speaker, and the other 2 amplifier, audio amplifier, are dedicated for the 8 ohm subwoofer. Now first, to have some basic idea about this, if you see the data sheet of the TDA8510J, it says here is a data sheet of TDA8510J. So see here is an integrated class B output amplifier at 17 lead signal in power package. Okay, so all the 4 power amplifier that I have shown you in the schematic, so are class B amplifier. So in this learning process of the creative speaker, we'll learn what is a class B amplifier, and we'll see in detail and we'll understand what the things that are happening inside this IC, and we'll have some brief idea about the IC pin, what are kind of features this IC is having and how it works. So once the signal is amplified in terms of ampere, and it's sent to the side left and right channel speaker. So another signal from this amplifier output is taken to a bass booster, this violet line you see. So it's a resistor capacitor passive low pass filter. It's a low pass filter, means it allows low frequency to pass and prevents the high frequency to go further. So it allows to go low frequency, the bass, that boom 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 sound that we hear. So that's a low frequency sound, and the sound of a guitar or a piano, these are kind of a high frequency sound. So now to get the boost, the bass boosting, first we need to detect that low frequency sound which contains the bass. So for that, the output signal from left and right channel are taken to a bass booster, which removes that high frequency sound and only takes the low frequency signal. Now from there again you have a signal detection kind of arrangement, same like the Q1 and Q2 transistor. Again this one is also C945 NPN type transistor. So once that signal is detected, which is essentially the lower frequency region, the bass region, that is boosted in 2 number of class B amplifier and is passed to a 8 ohm speaker. So I can see that the subwoofer that's having a resistance higher than that individual speaker. So to boost this thing you need the twice of the amplification. So that's why, so this 2 number of class B amplifier is dedicated for the subwoofer. So in a subsequent video we'll see how the individual component works, each section, and in that process we'll understand what is a pass filter, what is low pass filter, what is a second order active low pass filter, and at the same time we'll understand what is bass booster, we'll understand what is a class B amplifier. Class B amplifier, what's the benefit? Okay, so what is this ripple rejection? What is a ripple? The distortion rejection, what is a distortion? So what kind of special features are inbuilt inside the IC, or what kind of the special distortion rejection features are there which gives us such a beautiful sound from the Creative Sound System. Thank you all for being with me, and in subsequent, possibly in 3 videos, we'll able to wrap everything about the Creative Sound System. I believe you don't have to go to anywhere or search for further any video to understand this kind of a sound system. This is going to be your final video. This series is going to be your final video to understand this kind of sound system. So it took me significant effort to understand and to share with you this knowledge. So if you at all appreciate the effort, please like or share my video, so that will boost my motivation. Guys, the actual schematic for SBS A300 is not available in the internet, and I am preparing the same, and I'm going to share the thing in description once my channel gets subscription of 100. So please subscribe, and I'll share the actual schematic